You guys asked, so here it is. Our comic haul from the Little Giant Comics Old School Comic Show. What is up, Defects? Matt Forge here. I'm going to start it off by showing what I picked up at the Little Giant Comics Old School Comic Book Show, and then you're going to see Guy, and Jay is going to wrap it up. All right, I think we all did pretty well. We had a lot of work to do while we were there as far as covering the show. You saw that footage, but we got to pick up some books for ourselves as well, boys and girls. So before we get into the books real quickly want to run through the partners of the channel. Express Comic Book Pressing, guys. Erod212, the master presser. He is going to clean and press your books, guys. Use code DEFECTS10 for 10% off. And of course, Mutant Beaver Comics, Canada's #1 online comic shop. Check it out. Use code DEFECTS10. Get yourself 10% off your entire order. All right. So without further ado, let's show off some books. All right. So like I said, I'm going to start it up. I spent about $160. Here's what I got. Started off with a nice one here. Spider-Gwen #1, just cover A. You see that $20 sticker? I paid a little bit less than that. We've been talking about this book. Don't sleep. Grab these while you still can. All right, guys? A nice near mint minus copy, but could press out a little better. Glad to have that one. I got a bunch of those now. So we don't just tell you to go buy them. We buy them ourselves, guys. This one, I'm glad I picked up right before the big rumor dropped on this one. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars #3, first appearance of Titania. Ah, man, this is a near mint copy, guys. There's not a mark on it. I got 3 or 4 of these. This character looks like she's coming to the She-Hulk series. Super excited to get that one as well. Next up, this is a book that, I don't know. Maybe it catches some heat. Maybe it doesn't. I'm not going to say too much about it right now. Maybe another video down the road. But we have Mark Spector Moon Knight #4 newsstand, guys. Newsstand on this one. Very happy to have this. Been looking for a newsstand of this one for a while. So you might see this in a later video. Some of you guys already know what this is. So let's keep moving. That's a near mint copy as well. You guys know I love filling in my Submariner run, so how about Submariner #12, a nice mid-grade copy. Very happy. I'm getting close to that 1 through 21, which I want to complete the Silver Age run. This is definitely, like I said, a mid-grader, maybe a 6.0 in that range. All right, Submariner, another Submariner book, #17. All right, another cool cover. I didn't have either one of these, so again, I wanted to fill in the run. So there you go. There's your Submariner 17. Looks great in that Mylar. This one's probably in a little bit better shape, 6570. All right. This is a book we talked about on Cold Keys a while back. I didn't have it in the collection. I definitely did not want to miss the chance to grab it. Mighty Avengers, or just the Avengers, #64. This is the first appearance of Barney Barton, Clint's brother, Hawkeye's brother, guys. This character might show up in the Hawkeye series, all right? This character eventually becomes Trickshot much later on, like in a modern comic. So Barney Barton, his first appearance, Avengers 64. This is like a 7.0. This was a really, really good condition. So early Avengers, glad to have this in the collection no matter what. The last book was one of the books I targeted. I talked about it on Barry Gary's video. I don't have it with me because it got mixed up with the books and it's at Jay's house. So I'm going to show it on the screen right now. Avengers 48, guys. First, Dane Whitman as the Black Knight. This was a book I've been dying to get. It's not as high as a grade as I wanted, so I may try to flip this one and get a higher grade. You can see there's a little piece missing. But other than that, it is very clean. It is probably like a 3.0 maybe with that a 3 to a 4, but depending on that piece, I have to measure it to see what it possibly could max out on grade, because the size is about a little under an inch, but I got to measure it exactly. There's all rules as far as grades go. So I was very happy to cross that one off the list because it's one I did not have in the PC. So guys, that's my haul. Let me know how you think I did. And I'm going to throw it over to my man, Guy Forge. Take it away, cuz.
Thanks, Matty Forge, for that wonderful intro. And here we go, guys. These are the books that I picked up at the Little Giant Old School Comic Show. Thank you to Jason and Celeste. Awesome job. Those guys put on a great show. Can't wait for the next one. I think it's coming up in August. But these are the books that I got. Went down the nostalgic route and picked up Spider-Man #1, the Todd McFarlane. I love this cover. Awesome book. Obviously, I saw it in a 9.8. Did a little negotiating. Got it down to $100. So that was my pickup. I love these. I'm trying to get all of these in a 9.8. I have one that I sent out to CGC, so hopefully that comes back. We'll see how it goes. I also picked up this book, which I was happy about. This is DC Comics Presents #1. This is the 4th race between Flash and Superman. I was happy to get this, and I got this for a great price of, I think it was $40. So I did pretty good. I did grab a couple extra things, and actually from members of the community, because it was my birthday weekend. So I got to say thank you to Jay, the Butcher, for this wonderful copy of G.I. Joe #60. Was happy about this. That was from Jay. I have to say thank you to my man, Roger, the cranky Canadian himself. He knows I was on a hunt for this book. This is Wolverine #8. Love this book. And he gave that to me for my birthday while I was up there. And I do have to say thank you to the wonderful art chemist for drawing this and giving it to me while I was up there. I was ecstatic about this. So he knows Thanos is my boy. Loved it. So thank you to Arsenio, the art chemist, for this wonderful AOK while I was up there. Those were my books. Obviously, we picked up this book while we're up there, too, at the show. This is a wonderful, you know how we like the Fofoco, right? Come on, Defects. Guys, I'm going to throw it over to Jay, the Butcher himself, to show you what he picked up. So thank you, and we'll see you soon.
Defects, we seen the heaters that Guy and Matt had. Before I get started, I want to give a special shout out to Jason from Little Giant Old School Comic Show. Very inviting to the Pressable Defects. We've done a ton of footage, as you've seen, interviews, and I cannot wait to go back again in August. The man was not lying. A ton of deals to be had at that show, guys. So if you can make it to New Hampshire, I suggest hitting that August show. So before I get into my books, I want to give a big shout out to my boy Keith, who hooked me up with this Department of Truth Slim Shady LP homage by Megan Hutchinson Cates. Guys, love Department of Truth, love Slim Shady, so happy to have this in the collection. Keith, rock on, brother. Thank you very much. All right, let's get into my books. First up, a near mint copy of Fantastic Four #247, the first appearance of Christoph Vernad. Who is that, you're asking? It's the adopted son of Dr. Doom and the heir to Latveria. Guys, always pick this book up on spec. Always cheap. This is a near mint copy. And listen, if it doesn't pan out, it's an awesome cover of Doom. So, loving this book. Next up, The Uncanny X-Men, #145. Awesome Dave Cockrum cover. Dr. Doom with the Chalice and Storm. I always grab this near mint copy, a book that I absolutely love. Moving on. Secret Wars #7. First appearance of Julia Carpenter, the second Spider-Woman. Also, a little double spec here. It's the first time She-Hulk and Titania battle. We both know they're coming in the She-Hulk series, so happy to grab this book on the cheap. Next up, Defects. You know I've been specking hard on Iron Fist. Love what Marvel has done with Shang-Chi and the whole karate aspect they're going with. So, Iron Fist #8, the origin retold of Iron Fist. We always say it on the channel. If you can't grab that first appearance, that second appearance, the first cover, you grab those origin stories. So happy to have this near mint copy for a great deal. Speaking of Iron Fist. Iron Fist #1, the first solo series, the first appearance of the Steel Serpent, Iron Fist versus Iron Man, Chris Claremont's story. Again, guys, another near mint copy I grabbed for an absolute steal, so I am waiting for Iron Fist. Spectacular Spider-Man #9, the first appearance of White Tiger, the first character of Hispanic descent in Marvel in standard comic book form. Super excited to have this. Heavily rumored, again guys, rumored to appear in Black Panther 2. So glad to grab this near mint copy of White Tiger. Next up, we talked about a book on Gary's channel that I was targeting. Just so happens that Gary found this book for me. Captain America #168, the first appearance of Baron Helmut Zemo. We see what he is doing in the MCU, fist pumping in the club, a character I believe has a ton of room to grow in the MCU. Guys, Gary found this book for me, $10. Super excited. It's my second copy in my collection, a book that I will always grab on the cheap. Next up, Eternals #1, probably like an 8.0 copy. First appearance of the Eternals and the Deviants. Defects. Listen, I get hate in the comments for this. I think Eternals is going to be a huge stepping stone in the MCU with a ton of great characters, and the cast is phenomenal. So my first copy grabbing this, I'm glad I have it in my collection, especially for the price I paid. And my last two books, the biggest heaters I think I grabbed. First up, Avengers #47, the first appearance of Dane Whitman. I think Kit Harington is going to play an absolute crazy role with this. I'm super excited to grab this book on the cheap. I think it's going to absolutely explode once we see a trailer with Dane Whitman or the Black Knight, whatever they're going to do first. Kit Harington's going to kill it. So a book that's actually going to go off to CGC for a Roy Thomas signature. And last, guys, I got to give a shout out to my boy Josh Grav because he got to the show before me and grabbed this for me before I got there. It was probably the nicest copy there. Marvel Premiere #15, the first appearance and origin story of Iron Fist. Super excited to have this in my collection. A book that I should have had a long time ago that I never grabbed. So I'm excited, guys. Also, this book is off to CGC to get that Roy Thomas signature on it. So I think I did good, guys. In total, with all these books, I spent $573. Good luck finding all those books on eBay for that price. And again, if you guys are in the New Hampshire area in August, you got to check out the Little Giant Old School Comic Show. The Defects will be there, so come say hello. So guys, before you head out, hit the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell because we're always dropping content. Until the next time, the Defects will catch you.